This video series is especially for commerce section, and we are going to concentrate mainly on the HSC exam. Here we are going to deal with very important concepts, and along with that we are going to solve many very important questions also. Many students asked me that how to deal with the chapter of bivariate frequency distribution and regression. Now these two chapters are actually very easy, but there are a lot of calculations involved. That is why it becomes very difficult to solve these questions in the exam. So we are going to deal with these two chapters at the start. So a very important and very basic questions that they ask is Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient. Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient, which is called as R. Now this R has many formulae, but I would like to concentrate on the very basic formula of R, which can be given as R is equal to covariance of xy upon standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. If you know this basic formula, you can solve any Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient question. Now you need to understand that this R is called as correlation coefficient for variables x and y. Now there are many formulae for covariance xy, standard deviation x and standard deviation y also. Actually, there are three different cases for this type of questions. We are going to deal with all three different cases in different videos. Today we are going to deal with one such case which is very important and which is constantly asked in the exam. So what exactly is the question? They'll give you xi and yi, and you'll have to calculate x bar. Everyone knows how to calculate x bar. It will be summation xi upon n, and how to calculate y bar, it will be summation yi upon n. Now this x bar could be anything like 5, 6, 7.2, 3.4, and y bar could be anything like 3, 6, 7, 8.2, 10.3. Now, in our today's video, we are going to concentrate on 5, 6, 3, 6, 7 and not 7.2, 3.4, 8.2, 10.3. What does it mean? We are going to concentrate on the questions in which the mean of x and mean of y is a pure integer and not in decimal points. So, today's questions will be dealing with integer means. If your means are integers, then how to solve those questions? Now these questions are very easy to solve. You need to understand that first you will calculate x bar and y bar, and if they are integer means, then we will have different set of formulas to deal with. So for that, how to calculate covariance of xy? So covariance of xy will be equal to summation of xi minus x bar yi minus y bar upon n. You do not need to remember any other formula for this. This one is the very basic and very important formula. And how to calculate standard deviation of x? It will just be under root of summation xi minus x bar the whole square upon n. And what will be standard deviation of y? Similarly, we can say it will be under root of summation of yi minus y bar the whole square upon n. Now, if the x bar and y bar both are integers, then only we are going to apply this method. If x bar and y bar are integers and you apply this method, trust me, a 4 marks question will be nothing more like a simple 2-minute question. So let us deal with such a question. Now over here I have made a table for xi and yi, as you can see. So first of all, let us calculate the means. So summation xi I will be writing down over here. So 3 plus 2 5 plus 1 6 plus 5 11 plus 4 15. So it is simply 15. Let us calculate yi. 8 plus 4 12 plus 10 22 plus 2 24 plus 6 30. So there are in total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 observations. So x bar would be equal to summation xi upon n. This particular value is summation xi, which is nothing but 15 upon 5. So your x bar is 3 and y bar will be equal to summation yi upon n. Yi is 30, 30 upon 5 is 6. So our x bar is 3 and y bar is also 3. It means both are integers. So we will deal with this question utilizing this formula, in which we have to calculate xi minus x bar, yi minus y bar, xi minus x bar square, yi minus y bar square. So you should remember a pattern in which if your means are integers, you will make 7 such columns, in which the first one will be xi minus x bar, second one will be yi minus y bar, then the squares of the respective columns and the multiplication of the respective columns. All you have to do is calculate xi minus x bar and yi minus y bar. Let us calculate. Xi minus x bar is 3 will be subtracted from each element of x. So let us subtract 3 minus x bar, which is 3, is 0. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. 1 minus 3 is minus 2. 5 minus 3 is 2. And 4 minus 3 is 1. Now we need to do yi minus y bar. So 6 will be subtracted from each element. So 8 minus 6 is 2. 4 minus 6 is minus 2. 10 minus 6 is 4. 2 minus 6 is minus 4. 6 minus 6 is 0. So in integer type questions, you only have to solve xi minus x bar and yi minus y bar. See, the numbers are very small. You have to just square them. Let us square xi minus x bar. 0, 1, 4, 4 and 1. Let us square yi minus y bar. It will be 4, 4, 16, 16 and 0. Now we have to multiply xi minus x bar and yi minus y bar. So firstly it will be 0 into 2, 0, minus 1 into minus 2, 2, minus 2 into 4, minus 8, 2 into minus 4, minus 8, and 1 into 0, 0. Now according to the formula, which columns are needed to be done with summation? So we have to do the summation of square columns and multiplication, product columns. It means you have to do the summation for square columns. So these two are your square columns. Let us add them. 1 plus 4, 5 plus 4, 9 plus 1, 10. 10 is the summation. Then 4 plus 4, 8 plus 16 is 24 plus 16 is 40. 40. So yi minus y bar square summation. Then product summation. Minus 8 is minus 16 plus 2 is minus 14. Only these three summations are required. Rest all you do not have to do the summation for. Now what we will do is, first of all, let us calculate covariance of x comma y. What will it be? It will be simply summation xi minus x bar yi minus y bar upon n. That is the total number of observations. What is summation xi minus x bar yi minus y bar? It is the product summation, which was equal to minus 40. So let us go back and put down the value. It will be simply minus 14 upon number of observations was 5. After solving this we get minus 2.8. Now let us calculate standard deviation of x. It will simply be under root summation xi minus x bar the whole square upon n, which is equal to under root. Let us check what was square summation. Xi minus x bar the whole square is 10 and yi minus y bar the whole square is 40. So it will just be 10 upon 5, which is nothing but root 2. Similarly, let us calculate deviation y. It will be under root summation yi minus y bar the whole square upon n, which was equal to 40 upon 5, which is nothing but root 8 and which can be written as 2 root 2. So we have gotten covariance of xy, standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y. Let us calculate the correlation coefficient r, which is covariance of x comma y upon standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. Covariance of xy was minus 2.8, deviation of x was root 2 and deviation of y was 2 root 2. So ultimately it is minus 2.8 upon 2 root 2 into root 2 is 4. So you will get r as minus 0.7. So by using minimal calculations, we have calculated the correlation coefficient for this question, which is minus 0.7. So in this video, we have concentrated on the sums involving Karl Pearson coefficient determination, in which the x bar and y bar values are integers. Tomorrow we are going to do a video in which the x bar and y bar are non-integers. Thank you for watching the video, guys.